right, Black and White Sports supporters, we're going to talk about Caitlin Clark because she's got a new job. Caitlin Clark has landed herself a new, very high-profile position, and I've been wondering when this was going to happen. I knew at some point, somewhere, with some miscellaneous media outlet, Caitlin Clark would get...
With lights blazing and cameras rolling, she took the national stage and made a stunning announcement that nobody could have predicted. Her NBA debut on NBC was more than just a cameo. The whole sports media ecosystem was instantaneously rocked by this tectonic upheaval. Fans responded with a flurry of conversation. The revelation became the indisputable main topic of discussion as the internet erupted with commentary. This was more than a fleeting moment. Her reputation as an unmatched cultural and athletic phenomenon was cemented by the thrilling event that everyone would be analyzing for years.
This was going to happen. I knew at some point, somewhere, with some miscellaneous media outlet, Caitlin Clark would get a gig, and now we know where that gig's going to be, when that gig's going to be, and who that gig's going to be for. Before we get to that, make sure you are subscribed. Subscribe if you're new. Thanks for watching. And look, tip of the cap to a lot of you guys. We got a lot of new subscribers on that video I dropped yesterday afternoon that seemed to make a lot of people mad.
The startling revelation verified that Caitlin Clark had secured a noteworthy new position, abruptly switching from the court to the broadcast booth. It was discovered that her new, highly visible job was with NBC Sports, a media behemoth making a risky move. This is a big job. This significant acquisition aims to grab fans' attention right away and change the way they interact with basketball material. Many have undoubtedly been taken aback by the abruptness and scope of this change, which has sparked discussion and enthusiasm about what will happen next in the sports world.
We're crossing the line. We want to sign the deal. But that long wait doesn't mean Caitlin Clark has been away from the game. In fact, she notably suited up for USA Basketball Training Camp in December, has expressed her dedication for participating in all-team USA events with FIBA World Cup looming in September and qualifiers taking place in March. So she has and will get the needed reps before finally taking the floor again with the Fever. In the meantime, she will be keeping busy in another role, one still involving basketball. It was announced on Tuesday.
Clark is now a special contributor for NBC's brand new Basketball Night in America program because to her extraordinary move. This is more than a one-time event. It's a clear comparison to the network's wildly popular Football Night in America, demonstrating the enormous aspirations of this new endeavor. NBC's ambitious attempt to carve out a strong niche in NBA coverage is highlighted by the creation of such a flagship basketball show led by a current player. Many industry experts are stunned by the sheer chutzpah of starting this with her at the lead.
In the meantime, she will be keeping busy in another role, one still involving basketball. It was announced on Tuesday that Caitlin Clark will join NBC Sports to serve as a special contributor for its new Basketball Night in America program. Caitlin Clark will make her debut as a TV analyst on February 1st, preceding the Lakers versus Knicks game at Madison Square Garden, per a release from NBC. Wow. So this would be...
On February 1st, before the eagerly awaited Lakers versus Knicks game at Madison Square Garden, her live television analyst debut is scheduled to astound viewers. This is hardly a low-key, unannounced beginning. It's a high-stakes primetime broadcasting debut on one of the biggest professional basketball stages. The selection of such a high-profile contest for her first appearance highlights the tremendous pressure and extremely high expectations placed on her to provide powerful viral commentary from the outset.
Knicks game at Madison Square Garden, per a release from NBC. Wow. So this would be akin to, they have Sunday Night Football, and it starts with a pregame show called Football Night in America. I didn't know they were creating Basketball Night in America, but here we are. It will be Caitlin Clark's first time in an analyst-type role on TV. That's per Chloe Peterson. She will return to the broadcast table on March 9 for a game between Oklahoma City Thunder and the...
However, this exciting new chapter is just getting started with her February 1st premiere. On March 9th, Caitlin Clark is scheduled to make a comeback to the broadcast table for another high-profile matchup. This time, the Oklahoma City Thunder will play the Knicks. This demonstrates that her function is a continuous presence meant to keep people interested and engaged rather than a transient experiment. Her frequent appearances guarantee ongoing attention, creating momentum for both her quickly developing media career and Basketball Night in America.
That's per Chloe Peterson. She will return to the broadcast table on March 9 for a game between Oklahoma City Thunder and the Knicks. Caitlin Clark joins Michael Jordan as a splashy acquisition for NBC and NBA coverage. Despite his limited role, simply having Jordan as part of the coverage created buzz. NBC is surely hoping Caitlin Clark's involvement will do the same. Of course, Caitlin Clark is expected to offer unique insights in assuming the analyst role for the first time.
It's obvious that NBC is counting on Clark to create the kind of unheard of hype that was previously connected to iconic players like Michael Jordan, who also played small but spectacular roles in the network's NBA coverage. The network is confident in her capacity to attract large audiences and produce viral moments, as evidenced by the startling comparison. Her ability to electrify a completely new medium and captivate a new generation of sports fans is a clear sign that her star power extends beyond the basketball court. An incredibly high degree of expectation.
Real anticipation is around how she will look when she comes back to the floor at 100% healthy. Let's go over here. This is the official from NBC Sports, the press release. And it basically does say the same thing. However, Caitlin Clark is going to join the studio team of Maria Taylor. She also hosts Football Night in America with Chris Sims and Mike Florio, Rodney Harrison, Tony Dungy.
Clark will appear on TV with broadcasting heavyweights like Maria Taylor, Carmelo Anthony, Vince Carter, and Tracy McGrady as part of an already stellar studio staff. The network's confidence in her innate intelligence and analytical ability is evident from her instant integration into such a prestigious panel. She's not just a rookie commentator, she's going straight into the major leagues with Hall of Famers, which is an exciting but intimidating assignment that guarantees her observations will be hotly contested and closely examined from the start.
So host Football Night in America with Chris Sims and Mike Florio, Rodney Harrison, Tony Dungy, and Jason Garrett. Carmelo Anthony, Vince Carter, and Tracy McGrady for pregame commentary. So that's going to be really interesting. Quote, "I'm really excited to be part of Basketball Night in America crew this season," said Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark is one of the most captivating players and dynamic scorers in basketball, said Sam Flood, executive producer of NBC Sports. "We're excited."
"I'm incredibly delighted to be part of Basketball Night in America crew this season," said Caitlin Clark, who was genuinely thrilled about this groundbreaking opportunity. Her straightforward statement, which was made public by NBC Sports, offers a unique window into her thoughts on this momentous career change. It demonstrates a desire for fresh challenges and a desire to make a contribution outside of her playing career, demonstrating her proactive involvement in building her public image and making innovative use of her enormous platform. This excitement was reflected by NBC Sports executive producer Sam Flood, who praised Clark as one of the most intriguing athletes and dynamic scorers in basketball. Flood's comment highlights the main justification for this bold purchase: her deep knowledge of the game and her irresistible charm. It's a calculated attempt to add unvarnished current player insight to the broadcast in the hopes that her unique viewpoint will strike a deep chord with both fans and critics, resulting in an instantaneous and viral impact. Clark's 2025 WNBA season was cut short in July due to injury, thus this unexpected media endeavor takes place during a critical offseason. She will have to wait a long time to return to the court at full strength because the 2026 campaign won't start until May. Her quick transition to a prominent broadcasting position offers an intriguing way to stay involved in the game, transforming a possible time of inactivity into a potent platform. Considering her rehabilitation schedule, this was an unexpected step. The persistent uncertainty surrounding a new WNBA collective bargaining agreement further complicates her playing future. The very beginning of the 2026 season is still dependent on a contract being reached because there is presently no CBA in place. Clark's broadcasting position is made even more intriguing by this contractual limbo, which makes it a crucial outlet for her public persona amid a time of professional uncertainty. The underlying tension is hinted at by the deal's February 15 over-under. Clark has stayed intensely committed to the sport despite her injuries throughout the WNBA's contractual suspension, most notably by participating in the USA basketball training camp in December. Additionally, she has stated her unshakable commitment to competing in every Team USA event, including the upcoming World Cup in September and the World Cup qualifiers in March. This commitment shows her multifaceted dedication to basketball outside of the WNBA season and guarantees she'll acquire vital reps and be game ready.